Hello, I'm Heather Edwards, and this is my storybook. I wrote and illustrated it specially for you. It's about birds. It all starts with a little bird who looks quite normal and looks just like that. But I had a special present one day, a little bird who looks just like that. Hasn't he got beautiful feathers? And he's got lots of crystals on his back. Those are little stones. And I thought, I think I'll write a story about this. I wonder if you'd like to listen to my story and go on Crystal's Magical Adventure. Crystal's Magical Adventure, written and illustrated by Heather Edwards. Crystal looked up at the blue sky. She fluttered down to the lake and saw her reflection. Then she returned to her nest. Happily, she fell asleep. She was suddenly woken by the wind. It blew, and her nest was gone. As if by magic, Crystal was lifted higher into the dark sky, while the moon's rays danced around her. She slid down the moonbeams and landed in a lamp-lit street. Nervously, she flew onto a window ledge. Jingle jangle, a shopkeeper came and unlocked the door. He saw Crystal and placed her in the shop window, beside a silver box. "Hello," said Bracelet. "Welcome," flickered Candle. "Tweet," whistled Crystal to a silver bird reflected in the mirror. There was no answer. As if by magic, Crystal had become a silver bird. "Welcome to the Silver Gang," cheered her new friends. The shop bell rang. Ting-a-ling! "Customers!" Woo! The Silver Gang cheered. "Please, can I buy the Victorian doll?" the girl asked. She shed a tear, and it fell to the floor. Crystal flew down and picked it up. The tears turned to crystal. "Place it in the silver box," whispered her friends. The shop bell rang. Ting-a-ling! "Customers!" the Silver Gang cheered. A man walked to the books. He laughed. "These stories make me laugh. I'll buy them." He shed a tear, and it fell to the floor. Crystal flew down and picked it up. The tears turned to crystal. "Place it in the silver box," whispered her friends. The shop bell rang. Ting-a-ling! "Customers!" the Silver Gang cheered. A man and lady walked to the rings. "The ring fits, we'll buy it," smiled the lady. She shed a tear, and it fell to the floor. Crystal flew down and picked it up. The tears turned to crystal. "Place it in the silver box," whispered her friends. "Where can I sleep?" Crystal asked. "The silver bird doesn't need a nest," replied Bracelet. "Try sleeping in the cuckoo clock," said Mirror. Crystal flew inside the clock and sat on the perch. Cuckoo, cuckoo. The clock doors opened. Crystal flew through the air. "I'm not sleeping here. No wonder Cuckoo left." She shed a tear, and it fell to the floor. Crystal flew down. The tears turned to crystal. "Place it in the silver box," whispered her friends. The sunbeam shone through the shop window. "Why is it quiet?" Crystal asked. "The shopkeeper's gone out," Bracelet replied. "He'll be back soon," said Candlestick. He returned carrying a china jug, paintings and a bird cage. "A bird cage!" Crystal tweeted. "I'll sleep in here." Crystal flew into the cage and sat on the swing. It moved and she fell. She shed a tear and it fell to the floor. Crystal flew down. The tears turned to crystal. "Place it in the silver box," whispered her friends. Crystal counted the tears in the silver box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We all cry sometimes, reflected the mirror. Some tears are happy and some are sad. There are happy and sad stickers over there, pointed Candlestick. Crystal flew to the craft box and found stickers, feathers, ribbons and straw. She flew back to the box many times. What are you doing? Asked the mirror. I'm building a nest on top of the silver box of tears, she replied. Crystal slept well that night. As if by magic, the moonbeams danced around her. She woke the next morning to find herself sitting in a silver nest. The shop bell rang. Ting-a-ling! Customers, the silver gang cheered. A lady entered, looking for a present. I'll buy the silver box and bird for my daughter. Crystal was quickly wrapped in birthday paper. The next day the paper was torn from around her. Children began to sing, Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you. A little girl laughed. She clutched the silver box, the silver bird, and the silver nest. Soon the party was over. Crystal counted the tears from the box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then she snuggled into her silver nest. As if by magic, the moonbeams danced around her. Crystal woke the next morning. Why am I sitting on top of the bookcase? She peeped down. Another bird was sitting in her nest. Magically, the crystal tears had changed into a crystal bird. My nest is gone, Crystal cried. The little girl gasped. Where has my silver bird gone? The sunbeam shone through the doorway. Crystal flew through the open door into the sunshine. She looked up at the blue sky, then she fluttered down to the garden pool. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! I haven't seen you before. Do you live in the new birdhouse? A birdhouse isn't for a silver bird like me, Crystal twittered. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! You aren't silver. Look at your reflection in the water. Crystal excitedly tweeted. I'm a feathered bird again. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! Now you can make the birdhouse your home. The little girl came out to play. She stopped suddenly. It must be magic. This little bird looks like the silver bird I've lost. She's living in the birdhouse. I'll bring you bird food every day. Crystal chirped. The moonbeams are magic. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! The moonbeams have made you happy. Crystal was warm in her birdhouse. She fell asleep. Suddenly she was woken by the wind. She didn't worry because she was safe. The tree branches played a lullaby. Tap, tap, tap. Crystal nestled into the straw, whistled quietly and fell asleep. The next morning she peeped outside. She stopped suddenly when she saw a lost bird. Immediately she remembered the kind shopkeeper who had once helped her. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! Open your heart, open it wide. Return the deed to the bird beside. Crystal understood she had to return the good deed. Would you like to share the birdhouse? The little girl hung up a new bird feeder. The two birds went to look. Crystal has a friend, shouted the little girl. I'm going to call him Moonbeam. Goldfish blew bubbles. Pop! How does she know about the magic moonbeams? I hope you enjoyed listening to my story. If you want to buy the book, you can click on the link below and it'll take you to Amazon. I'm going to use something special now. My binoculars. I'm going to put them to my eyes and see if I can find Crystal's special birdhouse.